Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the Seattle Seahawks. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. More now on the return. And he returns this to the 22. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Well, this defense for the Seahawks very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Anytime you can hold a team to less than 10 points, your expectation winning that game has to be sky high. In fact, you'd be absolutely stunned to come away with a loss in that one. Could you imagine going to the press conference and trying to explain that?
And just shutting him off there. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
That turned into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a toss play. It's Harris. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Throwing, Jones. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he will have a Patriots first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now a play fake here on first down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And the pass to Henry is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. And it's caught by Olsen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
On first down, Wilson. That one taken in by Dwayne Eskridge. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action with Wilson. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. We're scoreless after 1. Start of the 2nd quarter from Foxborough. It's the homestanding Patriots with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw. Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They go play action now. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson.
And this will go to Carson out wide.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson, and some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
This is Carson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And a super return as he gets this all the way down inside the 25-yard line.
And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it.
Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
New England on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. This is caught by Robinson. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Patriots send out their punter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Wilson. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Here's Moore on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Patriots take over.
At their own 24-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs.
Hey, let's go! Interception!
A great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
They'll try to run with Carson, and he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now Jones throwing on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones dumps it off to Edwards. Edwards a first down and more. And finally taken down at the 35-yard line. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Space to run past the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. From the gun, Jones. It is taken in by Cooks for a Patriot touchdown. Brandon Cooks in the final seconds of the first half. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. From the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. Taken from about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And the Pats are going to get it back here just past the 35. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. That's swung out wide to Harris. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Into the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points.
And they've had little to no success stopping him on the ground all game long because that's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and by far the best touchdown of the bunch. They came into this game knowing that they needed to rely on him, and the defense knew they needed to slow him down, yet he's delivered in a big way, and he's been sensational.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. They go play action here on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
It's almost human nature, isn't it? They score on one play, you come out on offense, you try and do exactly the same thing. They tried the deep ball, couldn't quite connect, but give them an A for effort.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Touchdown! DJ Moore. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
After allowing that last score, the defense knows they've got to tighten things up. Otherwise, they'll let them right back into the game.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
They'll try and throw for it. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one taken just inside the 10. Well, now how about this return? And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Carson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. That's going to be caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Chris Carson. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Deep middle of the field. And
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
A 2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Foxborough. On the give, this is Harris. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Here's Jones. Off the play fake. Man open is Robinson. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important time.
Touchdown, Patriots! Gus Edwards, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pulls it in at the 13. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. Play action. It's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
On first down, it's Carson. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Here's Carson. Bulldozes past him. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the second time. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, he gets it to Cooks. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered. He let one slip away last week as well. So now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it.
And he will not be denied. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Chris Carson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Moore now to return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing Jones. He's going to look deep for more. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 18. He gives it off to Carson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go back to Carson here on second. Sheds off the tackle. Well, 193 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. Oh, he stays up. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
On 2nd down now, it's Carson. And he breaks through another tackle. The 40, the 20. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And what was impressive to me is not just how much he wanted it, but how he fashioned it. I mean, he was shedding tacklers left and right, evading tacklers left and right. And when you think about the energy it takes to ward guys off, that's really impressive. He still managed to keep his balance and turn this into a fantastic run.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it. And the Seahawks are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all of these picks have been his fault. You know, some of the throws, yes, but there have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
They run it with Carson. Able to break the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside of the 5. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They go back to Carson here on 2nd. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Room past the 20. Oh, he's got a little daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 84 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him, and once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And they take a knee. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? And they'll indeed take a knee. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good...
And that's caught inside the 30. And running with power here. And he's taken down inside the red zone past the Seattle 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Allen Robinson there to make the grab. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they